Welcome to the Investors Trading Academy Economic Calendar of the Week. Each week, our news analysts review the upcoming economic events that you should be monitoring during the next week. US markets will be open on Monday. Most European markets remain closed for the spring bank holiday on Easter Monday. The first time that the markets will be able to react to the devastating US non-farm payroll report will be Tuesday. Most global markets were closed also on Friday during the data release. Traders in Europe return to their posts on Tuesday, and there are expectations of high volatility. The lackluster employment data seen on Friday might overshadow the Fed minutes. However, it's still the key event of the week. The next major test for global share markets is the US earnings season, the time when companies release earnings data for the March quarter. Investors have been warned to expect a tough earnings season. The main positive is that if the results are nowhere near as dire as predicted, investors may end up celebrating rather than commiserating. Alcoa kicks off the earnings season and is now tradition on Wednesday, with Constellation Brands and Walgreens to follow on Thursday. Monday will see US services and non-manufacturing PMI data. Tuesday will be busy with government offices reopening from the holiday. Australia will kick off the week with the RBA interest rate decision. Although not expected to cut rates from the current 2.25%, the probability of a cut is higher than it has been recently, which would likely be bearish for the Aussie. Also in Tasmania, traders will see Aussie retail sales, which are expected to grow by 0.4%. In Europe, speculators will watch the latest updates of services PMI data. Then the US JOLTS job opening will be released. This indicator measures the number of new vacancies advertised. Although lagging by 2 months, it's still useful for tracking the number of opportunities on offer for Americans. Wednesday will be an important day with Eurozone retail sales and then the FOMC minutes. At this meeting, the Fed removed the word patient but replaced it with language deemed to be relatively accommodative. Hawkish minutes would be bullish for US dollars. On Thursday, traders will watch the Bank of England meeting, but there are no expectations of any changes. As the week comes to a close, markets will keep a close eye on Chinese inflation data. The reading is expected to drop to 1.3% from 1.4%. The governor of the Chinese central bank said at the beginning of last week that the PBOC was prepared to fight disinflation, and if CPI weakens, this will give them more room to achieve this.